So I want to give a big shout out to, I hope I say your name right, Zak Meyer. I can say the Meyer, right? And look at those two Meyerkies on there. Just maybe we are still siblings. I have to speak to your mother. We don't know. So Zak, welcome to the Grow It Overflow community. My name is Anya. I'm the founder of this community. And I'm extremely proud of each and every member that's here. We are really growing in overflow, as the name is saying, and we are really being blessed, and it's just going beyond measure. So we're extremely excited to have you here. We're always ready to learn something new. And I had the privilege to actually play a little bit with your AI app. So thank you for that. So I just want to introduce you. Um, Zak is a AI solution architect at the BMW Group. He's going to deliver my BMW on Monday. And technology entrepreneur with experience building enterprises, AI systems, and innovation, digital products. He is the founder of the Hey Konny, an AI video coach that gives entrepreneurs like us actionable, frame by frame feedback to help us create more engaging, higher converting videos. Guys, like I said, I had the privilege to actually play a little bit with Hey Konny, and it's really amazing. So, without further ado, I'm going to hand over to you, sir, and please don't forget my BMW on Monday. We had a deal.
All right, sounds like a fair trade. Anya, thank you for having me tonight. And guys, thank you for also letting me share some of this with you guys. I'm gonna start sharing my screen. Um, I'm gonna send you a request, Anya, and I think you have to accept it. And right now, I just need to make sure I'm sharing the right screen because I've got two screens around me because I'm a techie guy. So sorry.
It's so
Right.
nice to have
Can
somebody
you
with
guys
tech
see my
skills
screen?
in the audio online. I can see your
Right.
screen.
Awesome. Okay, so guys, hi, my name is difficult when you're looking at the name on Zoom. Just call me Zach. It's way easier. And like Anya said earlier, by day, I build a lot of AI enterprises, and by night, I build AI products for entrepreneurs like you guys. So I've spent a lot of time in recruiting, general tech, and now I'm spending a lot of time in entrepreneur content, right? So I'm going to introduce you guys to a tool called Hey Konny. It's an AI video coach that the whole purpose of this video coach is to make sure that every video you publish is better than the last one. And I think for most of us here, we sell with video, right? So we sell ourselves, we sell our brand, our platforms with video, and that's what makes Konny such a great tool for guys like us. So just a quick overview of what my skill set is, so you guys understand where I'm coming from. I've spent the last 7 years or so at companies like Vodacom, Katosis, not a household name, but it's a global banking and investment platform, and now the BMW Group, where I work on agentic AI solutions. I know this is a very techie introduction. I'll get to more focused content in a bit. So the main reason I'm highlighting this is because at the end of the day, my main goal throughout all of my career has been taking complex technology and turning it into products that work in production for real people like you guys. And that's the same thing I brought here with Hey Konny. I realized that when we are posting videos, there is technology to assist us and make our lives better. And at the end of the day, improve the quality of the content that we're pushing out. So I really hope you guys enjoy the presentation for today. Okay.
Thank you.
Why did I build Konny? It's a technical problem, like I said. It's not really a technical problem. We are all making videos, and making videos is pretty easy, right? But the observation I have is that every entrepreneur out there is trying to sell their services through videos because there's a lot of short form content that you can see on social media and it has a big reach. But at the end of the day, the problem we're facing is we're looking at our videos, and I'm pretty sure all of you are smart people, right? You can look at the videos, you can see what you like, what you don't like, but you don't know what to fix at the end of the day. And we've got all these amazing AI tools around us right now. We've got such an explosion of AI. And at the moment, there's a big gap because no one's really using AI to help people like us, entrepreneurs that are selling our products and trying to establish our brands. There's no AI products that's trying to help us push into the segment harder, making our businesses scale faster. And that's why Konny is here. So if we take a step back and look at video itself, video compresses the entire trust building process that we have, right? You have 60 seconds to show a potential buyer of your product what your message is, what the problem is, what value you can bring to them, and what their next step should be. But at the same time, your video is trying to deliver your pace, right? You're trying to have a good pace with this. You're trying to sell with confidence, and you also want to feel credible to your buyers. There's no sale that you're going to make if your buyers don't have trust for you or your product at the end of the day. And that's why presence, such as the framing of your video, the eye contact, helps to support trust within your video. And if you are one of those guys that have some websites, websites are really great, but they're just words on a screen. Your video shows you more than this at the end of the day. Your video shows people who you are, and that's why it's so powerful to help others understand where you're coming from and what your product is. But once again, video is really hard to diagnose, right? If I'm making a mistake in my video, I'm reviewing my own video. I might not know how to fix my mistakes. So to further expand on this, your video can have all of the right words in it, right? You might have the best script in the world. You might have real customer pain points. But if you're only highlighting the pain points for your customer at the last 20 seconds of your video, so as an example, on second 42, you've already lost all of your viewers at second number 10, right? People don't pay attention for the whole video. So even if you had the right words, the right structure, the things that are important in videos are words, structure, delivery, and video signals. And you need to have them all interact at the same time. So what a lot of people do is they run their transcript through ChatGPT, but ChatGPT can't guide you. It can't tell you, hey, you need to put emphasis at exactly this point. It can't tell you that, hey, your video is struggling because even though you've got a great script, your background is distracting people from the actual content, right? And that's the things we lose with the modern AI tools we have right now. So let me ask you guys something seriously. How many have watched your own videos back and not realized what you should change for the next video? Like, if you guys want, you can raise your hands. You know, okay, seeing some hands, yeah, see a lot of them. So that's the problem, right? We can all create videos. It's easy. We just record ourselves, and you can do this the whole night. And one of my favorite things is actually Alex Hormozy. He's a very famous guy. I don't know if you guys know him. He made a post very recently, and he said, if you're not dedicating at least 2 days a week to making and publishing social media content, your brand cannot scale, because that's the world we live in, right? Everyone's posting, everyone's trying to get out there and make their content shine. So the problem here is the feedback loop. And there's a few ways you can get feedback about your videos. You can ask your friends, right? This is one I think we all do, ask our friends and families, and they'll be like, yeah, that looks good. That's not really helping us. You can ask an expensive video coach to look at your video, but the feedback loop takes quite a long time, right? If you're focusing 2 or 3 days a week just building or pushing out content, if you're going to hire an expensive video coach for like, I don't know, 5,000 Rand, $200, $500, whatever, they're only going to review 1 or 2 videos a week. And that's way too slow for anyone to establish a good footprint on social media. So I want you guys to sit with the idea for a second because tonight is basically about you guys, right? You guys are sitting there with your videos, you have to review them, and you might not know what context is missing at the end of the day from your videos. You've got the story you want to tell your customer, you've got this extensive knowledge about your own product, and you're using emotion to convey your message. But what ends up getting into your video might not be a true reflection of what your intention was, right? And your viewer at the end of the day can't understand what you're trying to sell, or they don't understand the experience you intended for them to have. And this feedback gap is something you can try and discover when you're watching these videos, but it's buried under hooks, and you need to really review the content strictly. And if you're making the content yourself, it's so easy not to recognize the flaws in your own videos, right? Because when you were making the videos, you were nervous. You were speaking from the heart, and after the fifth take of your video, you've lost the emotion you've tried to put into it. So I mentioned this earlier as well. We're asking our friends and our colleagues, right? And at the end of the day, I don't know, I've sent a video to my mom like once, and she would just say, "This is great." And I would post it on social media, and no one would like it. So I don't know, friends and families, they are really accessible, but they're often too polite. And it's difficult to really trust the judgment that these guys give you. Once again, you can go to expert human coaching. And the other option is using some generic AI like ChatGPT, but this doesn't actually understand your strategy behind your video, who you're targeting, what you're trying to do. And this is, at the end of the day, where Konny comes in, because Konny can be an expert. It is an AI, so it's readily accessible, and it will treat you fair, not like your friends and your family at the end of the day. So when you're looking at tools, as an example like ChatGPT, just to give you guys a bit more clarity about this, the only thing ChatGPT is looking at is your transcript. So it's taking your video, making it an audio file, basically. It's ignoring all of the background stuff, and it's just looking at the text version of your audio. And with this, you lose a lot of important information, right? AI can summarize videos. That's great. But the question I had at the end of the day was, does it actually understand the full spectrum of the communication I'm trying to convey with my message, right? It's not coaching me to be better. It doesn't know what I did wrong in my previous video. It just knows what's happening in this one right now. And Konny goes a step further than that. It looks at your strategy and it produces concrete actions to make your follow-up videos better. It has the full context of all your content you give it at the end of the day. So I know you guys are probably getting a bit excited. Maybe you want to see how Konny is working. I'll get there in a bit, so just hold on. Konny works really simple at the end of the day. You upload your video, and in a few minutes, it gives you scorecards, which tells you what the overall rating of your video is, how confident you seem in your videos, do you actually engage with the pain point for your customers, and it provides you actual feedback, telling you as an example, like on this picture here, that, hey, you're burying your customer's pain point at second 42, but you should put this at second number 7. And the reason is, once again, because you're losing the interest of your customer. Now, I can be a bit more technical. I can tell you that there's a lot of dimensions Konny looks at, but at the end of the day, I don't think that's so important. If you guys want, I can tell you a bit more about this later on. So to go a bit more deeper into what Konny actually sees, because I like to compare it to ChatGPT. Konny's looking at 4 layers of things. It's looking at the visuals. So it's taking your video and looking at each frame of your video to try and see, okay, are you engaging with your hands, with your body? What's your body language like? Are you just looking upset and looking bored when you're trying to convey your message? It looks at your transcript and the timing. So using pauses at the right moment helps with your delivery. So the pace, the confidence, the emphasis, and stuff like this. And I think one of the most important thing for Conny is that it actually looks at your personal strategy. So you tell Conny before you even upload a video that, hey, this is the people I want to talk to. This is the way I want to convey my message. And a really cool feature that's recently been released on Conny is you can even tell Conny, I want my videos to be like Alex or Gary Vee or whatever. I want my videos to be like theirs. And it will actually try and coach you to deliver your content in this way. So I like the strategy part the most out of them. But at the end of the day, you don't need 4 tools with 4 different reports to get this. You just need one upload with your favorite AI video coach, which is Conny. Now, the nice thing about your strategy profile is that it is catered for your audience, right? And this is where it's so important because if I'm making a great video, but I'm targeting plumbers and that's not my audience, my video is going to fail, right? If I'm making the same video and I'm targeting business executives and my content is aligned with them, I will succeed, right? So at the end of the day, your audience is super, super important. And Conny helps to kind of align you with who you're aiming for. So you can have one video, and depending on the strategy profile you're trying to use with your analysis with Conny, it can give you advice on how to improve in that direction where you're trying to sell, right? How does it work in practice? Once again, really simple, 3 or 4 steps. First step is set up a strategy profile. This is not on the list because usually you reuse your strategy profile. The second one is upload your video. Conny analyzes your video and then it makes suggestions. So it's really, really easy. And what Conny does is it gives you kind of a broad overview of how your video is. And this is deliberate at the end of the day because the first score that you receive from Conny is your high level score across multiple dimensions. It's a number highlighting what your video is good at and what it's bad at. And this can help, once again, define your strategy for the next video. Then what Conny does is it goes deeper and it gives you a score based on the observations it made. So if you had your hand in front of your face for 20 seconds of the video, Conny is going to highlight this and say, hey, I gave you a bad engagement score because your hand was in front of your face for 20 seconds. And customers would like to see your eyes or your face when you're trying to build trust and credibility with them. And then it goes on and tells you what is the next important steps to solve. And then it tells you how to solve them at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, we want users to engage with us as content creators. This helps boost your videos on social media sites like Facebook or Instagram. And one way you can do this is end with some call to action at the end of the day, right? So a lot of people are making good videos. We're telling people about a product, but we are not enticing people to say, hey, reach out to me, talk to me. Let's discuss how we can take your business further. Let's discuss how my solution can benefit you. Or just a simple, tell me what are your thoughts. And this is so important. And Conny looks specifically for these things to try and help boost your engagement at the end of the day. Conny is not designed for your current video or the last video you published. It's designed for the next one. Because what Conny does as well, and this is such a cool feature, we look at all of your previous videos and all of the previous pain points, and it builds up a profile of how you've improved along the way. And this helps you at the end of the day as a content creator to see this feedback loop and recognize it. Hey, when I started my journey with Conny, I was putting my hand in front of my face, or I wasn't asking people to follow up, or I wasn't doing X, Y, and Z. And you can see with a score how your own videos are improving. And you can even tie this back to the results you're getting on social media. Conny has a space where you can actually tell it, hey, this was what my engagement was like. This is the likes I got. This is the comments. And this is really important for us as creators or entrepreneurs at the end of the day who are pseudo creators to improve our products and establish our brand. Conny is not another dashboard. It's a constant improvement loop. Like I said, it's not just critique. It's really trying to guide you and show you how to improve. One thing that's really important at the end of the day for us is what our message is. We can all create content. And I think we all create content quite regularly, maybe once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. But you need to be specific in what the point is you're trying to convey, because you are the face of your brand. And if your message gets lost along the way, you're going to lose whatever attention you were trying to grab with your content. And this is what Konny, at the end of the day, is built to help you succeed in. It's built to help you succeed in delivering your message to other people on their timelines. It helps you to build trust with people and helps you to move people from potential buyers to buyers of your product. Now, I'm going to show you guys what Konny looks like, and this will be a live demo. If you work in tech, people always advise you don't do a live demo. I don't know if you watched Meta this year. They did a live demo of their Ray-Ban glasses and it really failed spectacularly. So this is why they tell people, please don't do live demos. So we're gonna see how it goes tonight, but I'm really confident in the product. And I just want to give you guys a quick view of what things look like. And if you're really interested in Konny, reach out to Anya. I'm pretty sure she can forward my email to you guys, or she can send you the link to Konny or whatever. Please try it out. And what's really important for me after this is that I get feedback from you guys, because I want to make Konny an indispensable product in your lives. And the only way I can do this is by getting good feedback from you guys, what you like, what you don't like. So if you want, you're also welcome to try it out, and I can give you guys a credit or two to upload a video, see what Konny tells you, and you can see if it works for you, right? So I'm going to stop sharing my screen real quick, and I'm going to shift to a different screen where I have the page of Konny open. 1 second. Can you guys see my screen now? Yep, good. Okay,
Good.
so this is the Hey Konny app. So it's basically just a website. You can access it from your phone. It works very well on mobile devices. It works really well on desktop computers for those of you who are like me, who prefer big screen. But it's really easy to create an account. You can sign up manually, give your details, accept the terms and conditions, or you can just sign up with your Google account. So as an example, I've just logged in with my Google account. I've done some preparation for tonight. So I've already set up some strategy profiles with Konny for what I'm targeting, to kind of show you guys how it works. But I'll walk you through how to create a strategy profile. I'm just not going to do the whole profile because it can take a bit of a discussion to get the right content you want in your strategy with Konny. So I've got 3 strategy profiles here. And this is the most important thing about Konny, is you need to tell it what your expectations are. If my expectation is that at the end of the day, I get people who are plumbers to comment on my videos and ask follow-up questions, and I'm trying to sell something to this type of audience, then that's going to look very different than people who are trying to sell digital products the way Gary Vee or Alex Hormozy are trying to do, right? So as an example, you can create a profile name. You can also fill out these types of forms yourself. Or what I like to do, because I'm lazy, I like to ask Konny to help me build a strategy profile. So there's a few ways you can interface with Konny. You can send it messages, blah, blah, blah. I type something. You can also ask Konny something. Yeah, there you go. Ask Konny something. Or my favorite way, and I'm wondering if I can share with my audio. I don't think I can share my audio with you guys. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. My favorite way to talk to Konny is to talk like a human. So I can tell Konny. Oh, I think it doesn't want to allow me to use my microphone while I'm on a Zoom call. Okay, sorry guys. But let me just put it like this. You can start a live conversation with Connie, and this is how I built all of my previous strategy profiles. You simply tell it, "Hey Connie, I want to build my strategy profile to be similar to the videos Alex Hormozy is doing, or Gary Vee, or whatever." And it will ask you a bunch of follow-up questions to kind of fill out a profile that's similar like this. So I didn't write any of this. Connie wrote all of this based on my conversation I had with Connie. It was a 3 to 5 minute conversation I had. It's really easy because this is something I will reuse, so it's a bit of effort to do at the start. And then what I do is I simply go and upload videos. So the first thing I do is I select the profile which I want to upload videos with. I can select, as an example, my profile is I want to sell websites to people who are plumbers, or I can sell stuff in a Alex Hormozy type of style for content creators, vloggers, educators, whatever, right? And I'll give it a title so that I at least know what video I'm referring to. So I'll just do live demo, whatever. You can name it whatever you want. It has no influence. And I've downloaded some videos from my favorite creator. I'm going to open them. I'm going to analyze them. And what's happening in the background is Connie is taking this video and it's extracting the core content of this. So taking the audio file, taking the video, taking the transcript that I'm doing, and it's trying to analyze this against what my conditions were, who I'm targeting. And if you give it a few minutes, right, my video has been uploaded, and now Connie actually starts its analysis. While this is running, it takes about a minute or two. I'll show you some of my videos. So when you've completed a video analysis, you get a page similar to this for every video. If the screen is too dark, I can switch it to a light mode. What do you guys prefer, light mode or dark mode?
I think the
Yeah.
light mode is better.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's do the
Thank
light
you.
mode. Sorry. I'm the technical guys. We like doing stuff in the dark. It's better for us. Yeah. So, okay. So you'll get this breakdown of what happened in your video. You can add some metrics about what actually happened on your video, and this helps Connie to kind of better understand who your current audience is, because if you've got a low amount of views but a high watch through rate, it means you're exactly where you need to be because your videos are hitting the exact people that like the type of content you're providing. If you get, as an example, a high amount of views but low amount of watch through, this is probably a sign that you're paying for ads and that people are seeing it, but they don't like the first 5 to 10 seconds of your video and they're just scrolling past. And then that means you're missing your hooks at the end of the day, right? So, like I explained earlier, Connie gives you like a hierarchical breakdown. The first thing it does, it tells you a bit about your brand, like what it knows about your brand based on previous discussions with it and so forth. Tells you what your strengths are. Now, of course, I've used videos from professional guys like Alex Hormozy. So he's got really good lighting, he's got clear text on his screen, he's got a good pace and confidence that he carries through with his videos, and he gives very practical advice and it looks really clean. A weakness. Now, a weakness doesn't mean it's a terrible thing to do. Once again, this depends on your audience, right? But if my audience is plumbers, as an example, they might prefer content at different pace than fast-paced content, which captures the attention of younger audiences. And basically, what's then going to happen is I'm going to get a score out of 10 for these four categories. Now, very important. Scoring a 6 doesn't mean your video sucks. Okay. Scoring a 7 doesn't mean you did bad. A 6 and a 7 is a video you can post because this is what makes your content feel natural. It doesn't feel fake. It's not scripted at the end of the day, right? You're having a real heart-to-heart emotional talk with people, and that's not perfect. If you're scoring an 8, this means you are doing something exceptionally well. Maybe you're using professional videographers, or you're using professional backdrops for your videos. That's really great. A 9 out of 10 is perfect. But this is not something you're probably going to get on your day-to-day videos, right? You can work towards getting an 8 or 9, and you'll most likely never get a 10. It doesn't mean your video is bad. It doesn't mean you are doing something wrong. But with AI, it's very harsh when it gets to what's perfect, what's not perfect. So just so you guys know, a 6 and a 7 is a video you absolutely can post and absolutely can go viral. Okay? So now what Connie is doing is going through your video. It's telling you, hey, you should keep doing this. You're doing really well. You're hooking people with your first few seconds. You're giving them the bold text they need to read. The lighting is really helping. And it keeps on telling you what you're doing good. Then it tells you the overall outcome of the video. Like, this is a good video. You're doing this and this and this good. Then it goes on to tell you a bit more about, hey, here's some things you can do better, right? So you've got a great hook. Nothing you can really change about this. This is why it's a low risk thing. You're not at risk of losing people throughout this because you've got a good hook. But when you're in kind of in the middle of your video, or starting to get to the middle, you're not really conveying your point with emotion, which was maybe important for the Alex Hormozy style videos because he creates a sense of urgency within his videos, right? He tries to tell you like, do this, go hard, go fast, and that's not very emotional, right? Some people try to get attention on their videos by going from a personal perspective or something like that. And then the nice thing is this feedback loop. So because I just started uploading a bunch of videos, I didn't fix anything. Once again, I used Alex Hormozy videos, so I uploaded 3 or 4 of them in one go. It's the same videos for 2 of them. And of course, Connie says, I'm not listening to it. I'm not addressing the feedback it's giving me. And this is expected for the sake of the demo, but in general, you should see improvements in the score. If you're listening to the feedback Connie is giving you, you're looking at what you should improve, this should, at the end of the day, go down or change at least. So you should be addressing 5 of the recommendations, and you should see what impact this has on your overall views, your engagement, and so forth. So there's a bunch of points that Connie says I'm not fixing. Not going to bore you guys with it, but what's really nice is that Connie goes and looks at my video. So if I had a video that was a breakthrough viral video, Connie also tells me how close this video is matching the style and the art of that video. So if I was doing a video with fast-paced call to action, a lot of text on the screen and stuff like this, and it did really well, Connie tells me this video is pretty similar. And I can go look up how I did on that video and kind of see if I'll get the same type of engagement at the end of the day. Then there's a different video, completely different video. This was an ad for Hey Konny. And of course, it's not matching what Alex Hormozy is doing because this is kind of like an animated video. It's giving users a perspective of how Konny works and stuff like that. So here's the most important things Konny says I should fix. And if I fix this, I can take my videos to the next level. Now, a lot of you might say, okay, this is great. You've got a report, but the report is missing some things. And how do I, as an example, right, as an example, fix my call to action if I'm not happy with it, or if Connie's not happy with it? So I can go to the top of my report and I can click a button, and suddenly I'm talking to Connie with the context of this video in mind. And I can say stuff like, hey, Connie, can you please tell me what my exact call to action should be so I can have a better video? Once again, I'm lazy, so I'm using AI to type for me. And then Connie is going to try and process my message along with the content of the video and say, okay, yeah, it's going to tell me some examples of what to improve, what I can do better, and at the end of the day, help me deliver better content. Once again, if you're lazy like me, you can press the button and Connie will actually read the text back to you. So, you know, I'm lazy. Some people can't see so well. Some people just like talking to AI in a more natural way. We support all of this with the product. So you guys are welcome to try it out, talk to it, have a discussion, have a heart-to-heart, tell it your wildest dreams, and see what it says at the end of the day. What did I miss? I don't think there's anything I missed. There's some pricing packages. You guys can look at the pricing. You can go look at the normal Hey Konny website. So not app.heykonny, but heykonny.com, and see what pricing package works for you. I always recommend try out the starter program. If it works for you, you can always buy more credits or move to a different package. If it doesn't work for you, you're more than welcome to cancel, right? It's pretty easy. So yeah, this is Hey Konny. And once again, guys, thank you for listening to my voice for the last almost 40 minutes. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm going to hand over to you guys. So if you have some questions, feel free to ask them.
Zach, thank you so much for such an informative overview of Connie. Like I said, I've had the opportunity to play with Connie, and it's really amazing. And I would really recommend this for anybody that is making videos that they really invest in Connie, because you learn a lot from it. And not only from a video perspective, but the feedback that you get actually helps you to grow in yourself and in your confidence and exactly where you want to go to. I just got two questions for you before I open for everybody else. Is why the name Connie?
This is this is a tricky one. So my original business is called Hazon, and it's derived from a Jewish word. There's some history behind it, but all of my products I try and start with the letter H, because first of all, I've got a logo that looks really nice. And the second thing is it felt really natural in the age of AI to talk to an AI system and say, "Hey, Connie," because if I want to get feedback from someone, I'll be like, "Hey, mom, hey, dad, hey, best friend, what can I do to improve this?" So this is kind of where the inspiration for the name comes from.
I love it. I love it. And my second question is, you showed us the packages and you showed us about the credits. So if I purchase the $12 package, the starter, and I get 20 credits, how long will those credits last me?
So you usually use 1 credit per video upload, and
Okay.
there's also a cost involved for talking to Connie. So if you're talking to Connie via voice mode, there's a cost involved. Something like every 30 seconds of conversation you're having with it is the equivalent of 1 credit. And when you're just sending messages, every 3 messages you send to Connie. So irregardless of how much feedback Connie gives you at a time, this costs 1 credit as well. The pricing structure is just because it's difficult to give you a fixed price for all of these different AI features that we have. And you also get a bonus at the moment if you sign up with a package, and your credits don't expire. So that's also really nice.
So the bonus is the credits don't expire.
The bonus, you get a bonus. I think it's 20% at the moment or 10%. So if you buy a package, you get an additional 10 or 20% of your package value for free.
Oh, that's
And then,
fantastic.
of course, your credits never expire. Yeah.
And so say for instance now I purchase Connie tonight, then obviously I just get like a link and I just basically set it up like you showed us. It will you just import it and you'll just set it up. It's not difficult to set it up on our phones.
Exactly. The first thing Connie will do is if you try and upload a video, it will also give you a kind of reminder that you have to set up a strategy profile. Because once again, Connie is only effective if you tell it what you're targeting at, right? If you're trying to do anything in social media, you're trying to shoot a cannon and you need to know where you're pointing at. And that's why you need to set up the strategy profile. But after you've set up this profile, which can take 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how fast you're typing or how you want to do this, it works pretty much within 2 minutes. You can get feedback on every video.
That's fantastic. Thank you once again, Zach. I'm gonna open for everybody. I see Christine's hands up. Christine, guys, put your hands up if you have any questions. And I'll let Zach answer your questions for you. Christine?
Hi, Zach. Thank you so much for your informative walkthrough. I've just got a couple of questions. Um, I missed the first like 6 minutes, so I don't know if I missed this. Apologies if I did. Is this only for talking head videos, not for B-roll?
It is for any type of content that you are trying to captivate an audience with. So
Oh, okay.
I've gone as far as using it for ads that I've published on Hey Konny's Instagram page. And I must say, for an account that started with zero followers, zero branding, zero nothing, I got 700 views in my first 2 days, which is pretty good. And Connie
Hmm.
helped me to tell me this is what I should improve on this. So it's not talking head videos only, it's for any type of content where you're trying to sell something.
Okay, great. And then when the video that you upload into Connie, is it an already edited video with, or can it be a raw video? Like you record a video, then you upload that raw onto Connie so it can give you feedback before you edit it and all
Yep.
that.
So it's completely up to you when you want to do this. So Connie supports uploading a video, of course. So you can upload the raw video and it can tell you, hey, you should do this and this and this as part of your editing strategy. Or you can give it your already edited video and it can do a full review for you on this. What's also really nice is that Connie supports links. So if you've got publicly listed stuffs like publicly on Instagram or publicly on Facebook or whatever, not like a private video on YouTube or private account on Facebook. Connie can go look at these videos by URL as well. So you just give it the link and it will go look at your previous videos as well. So it can kind of help to establish this profile of you that you would like to see in your next videos.
That is incredible.
Okay.
That is very,
Okay,
very
cool.
nice.
And then just so a last one. I know you did touch on this. You said that if you speak to Connie, you like you use 8 credit per message or per video, yeah, per message. Now I'm visually impaired, I'm legally blind, so I struggle to read. So I'd use the voice things on most of my apps anyway. So I'd have to every time I speak a message to it, I'd have to I forfeit a credit basically.
So it's a bit different. So with the speaking component, it's harder to basically bill you based on consumption, right? So what we do is we cap it in 30-second blocks. So if you're speaking to Connie for 10 seconds, no credit is deducted. But if you speak to it again for 10 seconds, no credit is deducted. And when you reach a total of 30 seconds in speech, so every time you send it a message via voice and it tallies up to 30 seconds, then 1 credit is deducted. So you can speak to Connie for 30 seconds and consume 1 credit. Does this make sense? I can try and explain it in a different way as well.
No, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I know I'm an exception, so it's cool.
But
I get it.
this is perfect, right? Because this is the greatest thing about AI. I'm lazy, that's why I speak to Connie, but there are people that are visually impaired, right, which have an easier time talking to tools like this. And we are missing a
Mm,
huge segment of the market because no tool is really providing you this feature to talk about your video and to get this feedback by audio. I would have shown you this, but it seems like when I'm on a Zoom call, I can't use my microphone for other apps. It's a bit weird, but
mm.
you can definitely try it out on Connie.
Okay.
That is
And
fantastic.
how many credits do you use per video?
1 credit per video. So you can upload a video up to 10 minutes long. Will cost you 1 video. If you're doing one for 10 seconds long, it's going to cost you 1 credit. So 1 credit per video.
Okay.
The full analysis.
Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Anybody else would like to ask a question or make a recommendation? Are we grabbing Connies and getting those content reviewed? Zach, I just want to ask you something. You just mentioned now that Connie can actually um, analyze any type of your content. So I don't make a lot of videos, but on Facebook I obviously make a lot of posts. So does it mean I can just drop my URL of that post in her, and then she will analyze that specific, because normally it's a written post with a image. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, so Connie can actually do this. You can upload pictures to Connie as well, and you can send it with your text. So you can send your text with your picture and ask it to review your post based on a strategy profile. You can for sure do this.
That's fantastic. That's next level. Thank you.
If you want, at some point, I'm welcome to show you guys how some of this work. Like you can bring me some examples. You can also try and test it out and tell me, hey, this is something I would like to see, and we can see how it could work, right? Because once again, I think that's a really good segment of the market. We have a lot of people that are doing written posts with pictures. So this is a good segment of the market we're also trying to capture.
Fantastic. I do think maybe we should invite you back again, maybe in a couple of weeks, and give you some feedback, because I'm going to jump in with Connie definitely. Because I stopped making a lot of videos, I thought that was only the purpose of Connie. So now that I know I can utilize all my other posts, I'm back on Connie, definitely. So that's fantastic. Thank you very much. Then maybe we can invite you again and give you some feedback, and you can maybe just give us a little bit more, help us a little bit more on how to get the best out of Connie. Thank you. Vaneke, I saw your hands up.
Hi, thank you. I'm just trying to understand this. If we buy the starter pack or starter beginner pack, we get 20 credits. But if you use up your 20 credits, can you fill it up, or do you have to upgrade to the next package?
You can fill it up. So you can buy credits on demand, kind of like a prepaid thing. So your starter pack that you're buying is going to be your monthly subscription. And if you see that you're creating more content or that you enjoy Connie so much, whatever, you can buy on demand more credits. They also work in packs that you can buy. Once again, they don't expire. So if you buy them and don't want to use it, you cancel your subscription. You can use your existing credits until they run out before you start your new subscription, if that's something you would like to do as well. It's very flexible.
Thank you.
Anneke?
Hi, Zach. Thanks for the presentation. It was really very informative. I just want to ask if we do a ladder post, and the post has got about 10 posts. So if you put that whole thing into Connie, will you use 10 or 12 credits then for each post? You'll be use a credit.
So what is the format of the content in your post? Is it a video? Is it like 10 videos that you're uploading in one go?
No, it's like a photo with written content, but it's separate posts that you do.
Oh, it's like, okay, yeah. No, this is fine. So this you will do via the Connie chat interface, and here the same billing model applies, right? So every 3 messages you send it will count as 1 credit. So if you're sending 10 videos, you'll use up 3 credits, and you'll have 2 messages that you can send before a 4th credit is deducted. So you could do this. I can actually check the limit because I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure you can actually upload quite a few pictures in one go. There's no limit on how many pictures, but I'm sure it will be built based on the amount of messages. So let me get back to you on this one. That's a really good question.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure we can try and change it a bit so that if you're bulk uploading 10 pictures with a written post, it would only count as one credit or one message.
Yeah, it would be 1 picture, but 10 posts.
So what we do, sorry, Anneke, if I can just help you to explain to Zach, we do ladder posts. So it's a main post and then a picture, and then in your comments, you will have 10 comments, building up a ladder. So then Anneke's question is, how much will that be? Because we're going to put up a main post, we're going to put up a picture, and then put each ladder post also in there. So that's quite a lot of writing. what I'm just thinking as I'm sitting and listening to
Comments.
everything, I will not put in my whole ladder. I will put what for me is important is my picture, with my hook, because my hook is on my pic and on my image, and then the main post, because that is the thing that catches the eye of the reader. The ladder that's built
The
out,
main
that is a
post.
proven system that's built out with ChatGPT with a prompt that's already been tested. So I will, for myself, I'm just talking now for myself. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to take my main post with my picture that's got my hook on, and I'm going to analyze that, because the rest that's in the ladder basically down, that comes from a prompt that is already a well-established prompt, and guidance from ChatGPT. So for me, this is brilliant. This is really brilliant. So any other questions? Recommendations? Zach, I just want to say thank you very, very much. This was an amazing presentation. I'm definitely jumping back in with Connie, because I remember when I was still on TikTok, when I did my TikTok videos, she really assisted me a lot. Like I said, I then jumped off TikTok, and now I'm only on Facebook, where I do limited videos. But because of the fact that I can actually analyze my posts, my written posts, and my images, it's absolutely a bonus. So I'm back on track, and I'm going to get my Connie going again, for sure, for sure. Guys, I've dropped the link in the comments. If you want to grab the link, I will also put the link up in, if it's okay with you, Zach, I'll put it up in the community, with your permission, in my community. And yeah, so this is the link is currently in the chat box. Anybody wants to grab it there, do it. And then we just want to say thank you very much. We really, really do appreciate you, what you're doing, what you're building. Keep going. You've got a lot of talent. I can still see a lot's going to come from your hands into the market. And thank you very much for thinking of us to try and make it easier and, assisting us, because we need people like you. So we're thanking you. Thank you very much. I'm not sure if you want to say something. Christine, your hand is up.
So just a quick one. Where are you from, Zach?
I spent a large portion of my childhood in the Northern Cape, but currently I'm living in Germany. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
from, yeah, I was born in Klerksdorp, grew up in the Northern Cape for a large part of my childhood, and yeah.
No, I was trying to
But
place your accent, but yeah, okay. It's interesting.
what does the accent sound like? Maybe I've Germanized a bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, for sure. Aniki, sorry, I've cut you off there with your question. Were you finished, or is there something else you want to ask, Zach?
No, I think I just misunderstood. I thought it would take the whole post, because I also thought that it would be better just to do the picture and the main post, but I thought it would take the whole post. I didn't know how you would upload it, but it makes sense what you said. So yes, I'm happy. Thank you very much. Thank you, Zach.
Great stuff. So we're definitely going to give Ikoni we're going to give her a run for her money, and we'll definitely give you some feedback. And maybe in a couple of weeks, when you're okay, we can invite you again, and we can give you some feedback, and you can come and show us a couple of other tricks, etc. And I'm really fond of the fact that you also Alex Ramosi fan, also one of my big heroes. So definitely he is somebody to look up to and really learn from. Great stuff. So on that note, ladies and gents, we are done for tonight. Hy is net 'n plaaskind. Thank you. Looking forward to working with Connie. There we go. Michelle's going to look forward to working with Connie. Mandy says, thank you very much. This was very informative. Have to go. Thank you. And then again, I have dropped Connie's link in the chat room. Guys, thank you very much, Zach. Enjoy Germany. I'm not sure what's the weather there, but we're freezing on this side, so I hope you got better weather on that side. And thank you once again to come and pour into the South Africans. We really do appreciate you. And all the best. God bless you. And let's see what is the next thing you're going to do with Hey Konny. Thank you. All right, everybody. On that note, good night. Have a good
Thank you,
weekend.
Anya. Thank you, guys. I hope you have a great night. Be blessed.
You too. Thank
Bye.
you. On that note, everybody have a blessed weekend. Stay blessed. Grab Hey Konny if you want to, and let's start see what Hey Konny is telling us about our content. We can have a contest and see what Connie says to us. All right. Okay, everybody, stay blessed, stay awesome, and see you next time. Keep an eye on the calendar. There's a couple of dates that's changed, so just make sure you're in the calendar and see what's going on in the community. Great stuff. Good evening. Bye bye.